Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Paul, aka the biggest Kangster on YouTube. In this video we're breaking down some of the big plot leaks that we've heard about Avengers Secret Wars. Cast your mind back to a couple of weeks ago, and you may remember that we did a video discussing the future plans for Sony's Spider-Man and how they'd be integrating Andrew and Tobey into future films. This included Across the Spider-Verse and beyond, with the actors also returning for Secret Wars from what I've been told. It picked up a lot of traction, and though I did talk about elements of Secret Wars in the video, I didn't go all out with what I'd heard. So I thought I'd do this follow-up to discuss some of the details I've been told, and also just to give my general theories on what I think will happen in the movie. Now take this all with a pinch of salt, as the script is still being worked on, and the final plot details definitely won't be nailed down yet. However, this is more of a rough idea of what they plan to do, and how the MCU will look after the events that happen in Phase 6. I know right now you're like,
after all, why not? Why shouldn't I?
Watch the plot leaks. And you son of a bitch, you're in. From here on out, the Secret Wars might not be so secret. With that out of the way, let's get into the breakdown. Okay, so in order for this to happen, we have to talk about what we've been told plays out in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Apparently the movie will have us learning that Kang got stuck in the quantum realm after crash landing there whilst travelling through the multiverse. His ship, or rather chair, will be able to hop from dimension to dimension, and he'll have been travelling through alternate realities in an attempt to conquer them. Kang will get stuck there, and he'll come across Janet, who'll start to help him fix his ship before she finds out what he's really after. This will be why she doesn't want to go back there, and Scott will be hired by Kang whilst they're down there to find a device to bring his ship online. Now from what I've been told, Kang will end up leaving the 616 at the end, and this will leave Scott and Hope stranded in the quantum realm. During the movie, Kang will promise to travel through the multiverse, devastating every reality until he returns to the 616 to destroy that last of all. This is due to Janet messing his ship up earlier in the film, and leaving him stranded down there for decades and decades. Now Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars will very much be the culmination of this. The first movie will be about this version of Kang returning, and we'll learn about him conquering worlds across the entire multiverse. This will also introduce several of his variants, and it will very much be his movie, much in the same way that Infinity War was Thanos'. We'll learn his backstory as Nathaniel Richards, see his journey through time, and also watch as the first wave of Avengers attempts to take him down. This will be made up of characters like Shang-Chi, Falcon, Black Panther, and so on. Like I said, this will apparently be the first wave of characters to fight him, and the movie will culminate with Kang winning, which will cause the heroes to have to reach out through the multiverse in order to get others. Again, take this all with a pinch of salt, as it's still very early days, but I've had so many people asking me to talk about what else I was told in regards to the plans. Now, during Kang Dynasty, we'll also be reintroduced to He Who Remains. He won't be called He Who Remains because you're not the only one remaining yet. He'll just be named Nathaniel, and he'll be on the team of the good guys. So lots of timey-wimey wibbly-wobbly stuff, and technically to him, this is the first time he's experiencing it. Now after the Avengers are defeated, we'll go into Secret Wars, which again is still getting worked on, though the fundamental plot details are there. This will centre around He Who Remains pulling together as many people as he can from the multiverse in order to fight this giant war against Kang. It's a similar sort of thing to what the Watcher did in What If, and he'll be travelling from universe to universe and getting as many people as he can. Now when I did my last video, I talked about how Feige was trying to get every major character from a Marvel movie in the film in some form or another. There's a number of franchises such as the Fox X-Men universe, Fantastic Four, and so on, and they're aiming to get as many heavy hitters as they can. So your Hugh Jackman Wolverines, Andrew Garfields, Tobey Maguires, and so on, they're who they're really trying to nail down. On a side tangent, Deadpool 3 will actually heavily involve the TVA, and it will also have Owen Wilson returning as Morbius as well as Miss Minutes. Wilson's not returning as Miss Minutes, you know what I mean. Now this was teased at this week by Ryan Reynolds on Twitter, and slowly we're going to get all these characters slotted in the MCU. Now in the last video I did say that Marvel Studios were wanting a similar sort of scene to the Portals one from Avengers Endgame. I don't know if I worded this badly or whatever, but the way the reports came out made it seem like it would be a copy and paste of the Portals scene. What I meant though was more the idea that everyone was on screen at the same time. This was pretty much every major character from all the MCU movies up until that point, with them all standing shoulder to shoulder. That's more what they're aiming for, with us seeing every franchise on screen at the same time, all alongside each other, ready to duke it out with Kang. Now, I did get told that the plan from then on was to sign new contracts with some of the stars and bring them into one streamlined universe. The comics did this too, and when Marvel had lots of different universes existing alongside each other, they did the big Secret Wars event and brought across the favourites into one universe. Miles Morales was originally in the Ultimate Universe, but after the Mega event he was pulled into the main one where he's been ever since. This is the plan with Secret Wars 2, and it's going to allow for some of the X-Men and so on to be brought across. Now, because of this being streamlined, I'm guessing the movie ends a way that we've already been told. That takes us in a So, the timeline being converged and the inclusion of He Who Remains makes me think there's only one way this plays out, and it's already been spoiled in Loki. You might remember that the He Who Remains we met had been through this all before to the point that he had a script to show how everything was going to play out. Therefore, I think the movie will end with the heroes having defeated Kang, and then He Who Remains will form the TVA and he'll put things back in check. From here, one timeline will start up again, and this will bring all the characters together. Potentially, Sylvie and Loki will end up making different choices, and thus Kang won't end up being created. That would be the perfect way to end a Loki season as well, and I do kind of hope that that's the way things go. Time travel shows and films in general normally have the idea that when something is told to us that it can end up happening no matter how much people try and avoid it. Therefore, I think that the story that He Who Remains told us in Loki will very much be the way that the entire Secret Wars saga plays out. Anyway, that's in... Just a theory, mate. Don't come back in 3 years and say it's wrong. It's just a theory. Either way, this is going to be the multiverse saga, and I've actually been told there's a lot of movies that are going to have a big push towards this without us initially thinking that they'll have anything to do with it. The Marvels is a good example of this, and the Nega bands will play a big part in it with them being able to pull things across from other dimensions. We saw this very much with the Clandestines, who came from an alternate reality. The bands will be able to pull across characters and resources. However, my sources have told me that this will trigger an incursion in the Marvels that will lead to bigger things. Now, when I say my source, I'm definitely not talking about my Uncle Patrick who works at the Disney store in Sunderland. He definitely never saw an email from HR when he was cleaning the Belle Disney princess dresses, and none of this stuff should get him or anyone else in trouble. So I'm glad that's cleared up, and Patrick, if you're watching this, mate, start looking for another job, like yesterday. Anyway, that's the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Not massive reveals, just more me adding context to what I was told, so some websites can take the news, run with it, and get way more views. I suppose it's Christmas though, so I'll let it slide, but in the meantime, I'd love to hear your thoughts and what you want to see in the movie. We are in a competition right now and giving away 3 copies of House of the Dragon Season 1 on the 15th of December, and all you have to do to be on the chance of winning is like the video, make sure you subscribe with notifications on, and drop a comment below with your thoughts on the video. We pick the comments at random at the end of the month, and the winners of the last one are on screen right now, so if that's you, then message me on Twitter at Heavy Spoilers. If you want something else to watch, we've got a video on screen right now, so definitely head over there right after this. Click the button on YouTube that says choose what's best for the viewer, so it's chosen that for you. And what does that say about you, mate? You dirty scumbag. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you over there. Thanks for sitting through it. You take care. Bye.